We want to hear like
You want to hear the gloom and doom? You want to hear how it all...
the doom, the misery, the drama.
Where it all went wrong.
Where everything fell apart.
As it always does.
That's it.
For addicts and alcoholics, it always eventually does.
There's no way to win, right? No. Well, with Naked Pop, I publish like one a week, but I have to apologize because I have been really focusing on my new little family channel, so I have not been here to be able to be raunchy and crazy for you guys. But guess what?
Which is exactly why you had me over, because...
Yeah, I was like, hey, why not have some raunchy and crazy? And I'm like, I know. There's Nathan.
Right.
So we've got to keep an eye on this because see the battery right there is running low, and as soon as that goes, then we have to change battery, and then I have to look for it and stand up and all that blah, 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 blah. But in the meantime, why don't you tell me about your little addiction story?
My little addiction story?
He was on the cover of New York Times, you know.
The lifestyle section, and 140 other newspapers across the country I didn't mention.
The lifestyle section as an addict.
Yeah. Well,
hi, I was in the lifestyle section as a drug addict.
Right. For being a drug addict, I became famous. I got kicked out of Betty Ford, or as they say, referred out to a higher level of care. They wanted to send me to an all-men's facility in the Bay Area.
Scoot this way and see right there. We want to see you. Like,
okay.
So, like, scoot your chair over there.
You want me to just sit?
There we go.
All right. Yeah, so they wanted me to go to an all-men's facility in the Bay Area. It was a lockdown facility, purely because I brought drugs onto the facility and got a bunch of people kicked out. And
how did you get drugs past the facility? Because when I was in rehab, the moment I've been in a few, but the one I went to in Texas, the moment that I went in, they took my clothes, they took everything away from me, changed me into scrubs while they went through every single possible thing of mine.
See, they did that to me too. And
how did you get those in?
Watch, I'll tell you. And it wasn't my county pocket. It was, it was the fact that I went to rehab on an intervention. So I had to go immediately. So I couldn't really hide anything and take it with me. But when they said, what do you want to do, the 30 or 90-day program, and the 90-day program, you get to live in your own residence, and you can have your own car there. What do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah.
So
that's an easy choice, right?
Despite not wanting to be there for any time at all, much less 90 days, I chose the 90-day program because I knew I'd have a little more flexibility.
And it really is all about flexibility when you're doing your drugs.
Totally. Or and rehab, you know.
Yeah.
So
I didn't have any flexibility when I was in rehab. But I mean, when I went to rehab, I was so afraid that if they didn't check me in that moment, I had this big, illusion or delusion that at rehab they were all going to be like, "Oh, good, you're here. Let us all take care of you." And it wasn't quite like that. It was like,
they were more concerned with policing that I didn't fraternize with the females and that I didn't. Whatever.
Were you? Yeah, because rehab's a good place to start a relationship.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Our eyes met across this smoky room, and I knew in that moment that would be the one that I will spend the rest of my life not having sex with.
It turns out it's a great place to get pregnant, though, because I know a lot of women or girls who come out of rehab and...
Pregnant? You go in an addict, you come out a mom?
That should be a motto for rehab. Come in an addict, go out a mom.
Yeah, if you're having problems
If you're between 28 and 32 having problems getting pregnant...
Rehab is the place to go. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. Tell me your story.
No, it's fine. So I got referred out to a higher level of care, which I call kicked out.
Okay.
Because effectively, I was asked to leave, and had to leave AMA, which is against medical advice. And when I got home, my girlfriend at the time had met somebody who did sober companion work.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so for $1,000 a day, which was nothing back then.
On sale. Must have been on sale.
For the next 30 days, he was going to follow me around and make sure that I didn't get high. Like anybody can do that.
Does the sober companion go, to the bathroom with you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Come on, if you're not going to go while I'm taking a dump, you're never going to know if I'm getting high or not.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I mean, because you can hide a lot up there.
It's not even up there. It could be in a drawer in a tampon box. Why is he going to look in the tampon box for my drugs?
I would look in the tampon box first.
Well, yeah, but you're one. So.
That's that'd be my, I used to, because I'd hide my drugs in the tampon receptacle, wrapped up in a bloody wrapping paper.
Nice, like you collected your own bloody tampons and put them back in the box.
A dirty, maxi pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just wrapped it on the
inside
inside of that.
Who can't reuse a maxi pad?
And then somebody started finding it, and then so I just put rat poison in it. From that point on, nobody stole my drugs.
That's good. White poop on needles and stick them in there so they get stabbed and they get gangrene or something.
Ew! Mean drug addicts.
Right.
Okay.
Well, but so that's how I got. I was a multi-millionaire tech guy way back then, before I lived under a bridge, and could afford a silver companion, and we'd drive around in my Porsche and go up to Malibu for AA meetings, and he and I just wound up becoming really good friends, and he's RIP, R.I.P. Rest in peace, Ronnie. He died from drugs. Drug overdose. Yeah. But we had
your sober companion died of drug overdose.
Yeah.
That's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, and that was after he died at my house the first time on a shot that I gave him. So I have no. Not trying to brag about that. It's just that's
it's really it's like you're not telling people to impress them. You're telling people to impress upon them how serious addiction really is. But at the same time, you do have to be able to laugh at your own mistakes in reflection. If you've grown and you've changed and you're in a different place, there's some pretty funny stories.
Yeah, well, and as a result of. And I don't want to push, I'm not trying to push a 12-step agenda here, but as a result of the steps or the spiritual experience that
you read the Russell Brand book.
No.
That's where
that's a good one. But the spiritual experience I had, and it changed me as a person, it changed me as an addict, and I've had time to reflect on all the great relationships that I've had and lost. Because I lost, I think, 12 friends in 3 years to drugs.
What was the main drug that you were losing them to?
Heroin.
Heroin. Yeah. Heroin wasn't even around when I was.
Oh, it was around.
Back in the days when I used drugs, it wasn't.
It wasn't around. It was just so.
It was kind of like a different scene or something.
No. There was a huge. It was a taboo subject.
Totally, because I was I would never.
Only the dirtbags did heroin.
Yeah.
Until the rich kids started doing it. Now everybody does it.
That's it. Like I would never. I would like. No way. And I found out one time, one of my friends shot up some speed or something, and she used the needle, and it was like, I was like so dramatic, and my dog wants to go chase a squirrel. He's back there.
I hear him.
Okay. And it made me lose my train of thought.
Your friend shot up some speed, and then...
Yeah, and I did this big tantrum, like, in this big speech, like, I'm going to save her, I win, and I'm like, you can't hang out with him anymore. He put a needle in your arm, and you're gonna die now of addiction, and you're going to probably have AIDS, and because I'd had so much fear of dirty needles, drugs overdosing, like the heroin. It was like the big scary heroin, like you just don't do heroin.
Yeah, well, the reason I have these scars right here, and these scars right there, and the scars right there, and the scars right there, and the scars that are on my legs is from heroin and cocaine. So I
never saw those.
Yeah.
Those weren't there when I knew you before, were they?
No. When we used to do
hang
plays
out.
And stuff.
Yeah. We used to know each other. We would do
when we were just young
theater.
actors. Yes.
Theater and stuff, like our own put on shows and call up the little small papers to come review them, and
it was fun.
And that's like in rehearsal.
Yeah,
that was like the thing, and then after that, this is what happened.
Yeah, I was 34 before I started doing heroin, and nobody taught me how to shoot up, so I was doing it all wrong.
Oh, you need to have lessons then.
Well, no,
where do you get
I don't need a phlebotomist now. I'm good. I could do it blindfolded, doing 140 miles an hour down the 405 in my car. But I don't. So.
Right, because obviously, look at that. It's destroying your...
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I for a lot of the time I was addicted. Because I grew up with kind of the Midas touch, everything I touched I was good at. 2 national commercials, my first 10 auditions.
What were the national commercials that you did?
For Sam Adams and Yoplait Yogurt.
You are the Yoplait Yogurt guy?
Yeah, well, you had the 2 girls going, this is so good, it's first day of summer good. And the other one's going, it's like first kiss good. And I was the boyfriend of one of the girls, so it was
And then he played a pizza man. See, he's like this cool, comedic actor. And then you went into, you were like
giving, then you walked, DJ.
And then we were going to work together on producing a project called Cheeseheads.
Yes, yep. Which a friend of mine wrote that script, and that was an incredible script, and still hasn't been made. But
at this point, it would have to be completely changed and updated.
Yeah, totally.
But It's
Unless
just
you wanted it to look like some sort of vintage footage, you know, like some
vintage old movie, which would be
Right.
kind of, you could do it that way and make it for YouTube. That's a creative thing.
It is a
So let's talk about sex or something, because
All right.
I'm fucking done
I've
talking about
I've had a little
heroin.
bit of sex.
Let's talk about sex
Let's
on
talk about
heroin.
sex.
Did you have sex on heroin?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
what was that like in slow motion? Oh.
Well, can I tell you something? Like, when you're doing...
Yes. like what did you do?
Do you want to hear a really embarrassing and funny story?
Yes, please. But can you have to talk louder?
Okay, so I used to do speedballs, heroin and cocaine. And
how do you do that? You mix them up?
Mix them up. You mix heroin and cocaine. And I did really big ones because I just had a huge tolerance. And one day, I did a shot and got in my car and was going down the 405 and thought, oh my God, I have to pee so bad. So I pulled over on that side of the 405, on the shoulder of the 405, got out of my car, and before I could make it around to the front, you can imagine what happened.
You peed?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
I had an orgasm.
You had an orgasm walking? Wait, what?
No, it was the weirdest thing.
I don't know what's happening here.
I'd heard about the phenomenon when you do just the right amount that you could have an orgasm. But
Just by walking?
No, just by
being?
Being, yeah. And I thought I didn't even have a hard on. I just was like, and then I was like, whoa.
You had an orgasm through a soft dick?
Through a soft dick on doing a shot of dope.
I would think that it would be better if it was a hard dick orgasm.
Yeah, but not if you're on the side of the 405,
well,
standing in front of a Porsche. Like,
yeah, you do want to keep it soft, I guess, huh? Especially if there's company in the Porsche.
Right.
Did you have a guest in
No,
the Porsche?
God, no. I wouldn't. I didn't like driving with people in the car when I was that high. So it was a little rule I made for
a little
myself.
rule you made. You had your boundaries of who you would kill.
No, I didn't have any
Only
boundaries.
strangers and...
Right. I would pick up a hitchhiker as long as she was cute, but...
oh, wow!
Yeah.
That's crazy. So were you ever, like, involved in any orgies or anything like that when you were doing drugs? Like, what? Give me something give me some depravity or whatever.
Okay,
like,
so at the Standard,
yes,
there's a guy who can't get a hard on, but he's got millions and millions of dollars, and he likes to have 10, 15 girls over there naked.
Is this you?
Partying. No.
Oh, I was like,
I can get a hard on.
By the way,
Okay,
the
I can get a
Standard
hard
is a
on.
hotel, by the
Yes,
way.
yes,
Okay.
Standard Hotel. And one day, I just happened to know somebody that was over there. She called me to come over there, and I was the only guy that could get a hard on in the room, and became the stunt cock.
The stunt cock.
You know, where I'm the one entertaining the girls for the guy to watch. It's just
No. You can't go.
starting-
You can't go into it's a stunt cock. It's just. No, we want some details here. Like, tell us about the stunt cock. Tell us.
Well,
what is a stunt cock?
I'll show you.
Well, let's like, just tell me, like, what is a stunt cock?
A stunt cock means
you were fucking for
you know like
everybody?
when you're watching a movie and your favorite character like all of a sudden rolls his car and then they pinch close up to him and he's just like but he's sliding out of the car. It wasn't him.
Oh, for the movie you were the stunt cock?
No,
just
it's a turn of phrase or something. You
Explain to them the stunt cock, and I'm gonna go get my little dick fuck and give him some food.
I don't know if I can tell.
No, you have to tell.
All right.
For the ladies.
All right. A stunt cock is a misnomer. A stunt cock is purely somebody who goes in and is able to have sex with multiple girls and for the pleasure of other people. That's basically what a stunt cock is. It's a thing. Lots of people in LA tend to do it, I guess. But yeah, I'm never going to be able to show this to my family, am I? We're just not going to be able to. It's a little bit embarrassing. It's a lot embarrassing, actually. Amber had this great idea. Let's do this show. I need you as a guest. And here I am telling my dirty little secrets that I didn't want anybody to know, let alone an audience. So thank you. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm happy to share your secrets with just a few people.
Yeah, well,
It's fun.
I was just explaining that I'm never going to be able to show this to my family because
No, I will. Don't worry.
marketing straight on your time.
Yeah, I mean that's the audience, right?
Right.
Family. Hey, here's what really happened. Here's what really went down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, and I would have lied about this before when I was still in my ego. I would have never
Right,
told
you have
anybody about this.
handcuffs here? Oh no, is that Cartier?
No,
What's the
it's
difference?
handcuffs.
It's handcuffs?
It's handcuffs.
I like that. It's like, it's a reminder to What? What are the handcuffs
Well, it depends on
for?
how, it depends
What
on,
are the handcuffs for,
it depends on
Nathan?
how sexually adventurous you really are.
Yeah.